as long as I can remember, I wanted to be a fashion designer. And I think I could probably date that back to being about 7 years old. My father is French, and he, if I could give him a title of a fashionista, I definitely would categorize him as that. And he lived in New York City while I was growing up, and I would go to visit him in New York, and we'd walk up and down Madison Avenue and Fifth Avenue, and we'd always look into all of the windows of all the couturier houses, and I used to just dream about one day having one of those stores myself. And as early as I can remember, I started sketching fashion designs, and I started drawing dresses, and my dad picked up on that pretty quickly, and he started giving me, he would buy me these books that actually had the mannequin already on the page, and you could just draw in the design with color, with black and white, whatever you wanted to do. So I would fill books of those things, and every time I saw him, he would give me a new one. So there is definitely something to be said for knowing what you wanted to do and setting on that path at an early age, and I feel very lucky for that, in the sense I got to college and I met, I would say 3/4 of my friends didn't know what they wanted to do when they grew up. Now, I loved college, I loved high school, I loved school, but I was so ready to be an adult. I was so ready to get out into the real world. You know, I just wanted to start my career. I would say probably about sophomore year of high school, I knew I wanted to go to Syracuse University for fashion design. I looked into some of the trade schools, and I really felt that I wanted a well-rounded college education. You know, what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. It doesn't matter where you go to school. It doesn't matter if you go to a community college or a university. I really do feel that if you have a passion and a drive for what you do, you will get everything out of that education that you need. A big thing that I can absolutely recommend to anyone contemplating fashion design is start working in the industry as early as you can, whether it's retail and or internships with any sort of designer. I was very lucky at 19 years old to be able to move to New York City for the summer and get an internship at Emmanuel. And they offered it to me right away, of course, because if you offer yourself for free, nobody's going to say no. I walked in there and it was like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do. There were bolts of fabric everywhere. There were pattern makers all over, all their like separate little tables. And that was basically the production floor. It was that summer and that experience, by working with beautiful fabrics, classic designs, and seeing how sportswear came together to dress a woman to go to work, was exactly what I wanted to do.